Heroes in the half shell, turtle power, they're the world's most fearsome fighting team. Heroes in the half shell, and they're green.
Hey, get a grip. When evil shredder attacks, these turtle boys don't cut a nice slack.
Does that bring you back? Does that bring you back? Picture this. Picture this. Picture a little Fears, 6 years old, 7 years old. He comes down the stairs. He eats his orange juice and his slice of toast, and then plops down right on the floor and watches a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh man, does it take me back? Does it take me back? By the way, I got the Fears shirt on. MILF! Man, I love Fears! And I must say, Visions, you did quite a good job on it. It's like nice material. It feels really comfortable. But if you guys want your Man I Love Fears shirt, just contact Visions at exhumedvisions.com and he will make you one. Anyway, I thought today would be the most appropriate day to wear this because I hadn't worn it yet. I was like, all right. I went out and got some coffee, so I'm ready to rock. There we are. All right, let's open up the chat here. Well, I decided to do a morning shift. I got off extra early. Normally, I don't get off until like 7 or 8, but I went in early last night. So I went in like at, I believe it was 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I got off at, it was 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I came home, and I didn't stream right away. I checked some emails, had 2 slices of toast and some orange juice for breakfast. Not too bad. Butter and jelly on it. Oh, yes. Sometimes I like peanut butter and butter on it, but today I went classic butter and jelly. Oh, yeah. And then I watched 2 episodes of Knight Rider, and then here we are. So I don't know if anyone will come in because it's so early, but I thought I would do an early stream today because Fears has got a lot of stuff to do. I got Larry coming to visit next weekend. So I'm trying to get the old Fears man home. I've still got some Christmas stuff up, so I need to take that stuff down. I still got some video projects to edit before he comes, so I'm going to be pretty busy today. So I just thought I would, get a head start on all of it. So I'm trying. So yeah. Yo! Garth Brooks, what's up? Timmy, is this the MILF Lover stream? It is now, Timmy. Look at it. Fears has got his Man I Love Fears shirt. And I gotta say, Visions did a great job on it. So I thought I would wear it today. But yeah, no, I just wanted to do a quick, well, not a quick stream, a morning stream because I'm going to edit some other projects today. I'm going to edit, well, I've already got one done, so in about an hour or two, I'm going to upload another video. And that was me going to review the movie Thanksgiving. So you'll see that one next. And then I'm going to work on the newest Disney vlog. And then after that, I'm going to work on Christmas Eve. Because those are so far behind, and I need to get those up. So yeah, like I said, so I'm going to try and do all that today, edit a few things. I got to go to the grocery store, and I think I'm just going to buy my mom's Valentine's Day present either today or tomorrow, just get it out of the way, and then like wrap it, put it under my bed, so whenever it's time, I can just send it off, so then I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to go shopping today. But then, really, I'm just going to clean some more of my house. It's pretty clean. It's getting there. Again, normally I have it spotless. I mean, look, it's not that bad. I just got to pick up a few things. And I'm going to take these things off the floor, stuff like that. But I got some laundry to do. And then I've got, like, some Christmas stuff still up. And I don't want that Christmas stuff still up whenever Larry comes to visit. So, yeah. Let's see. Fears, if you smoked weed, which I don't, I'd go to Disney with you and give you a gift. I have, from the Mighty Ducks. That's cool. Well, you know, you could always just send me the Mighty Ducks hockey stick, and I wouldn't have to smoke weed, because I'm not really into weed. So if you don't want that Mighty Ducks hockey stick, go for it. Send it to me. That would be a cool... How the hell did you get that? It's got to be a replica, right? There's no way that it's the real one. No way. If you had the real one, I'd be like, damn, that's pretty impressive, my friend. It's got to be a replica. Speaking of replica props, I don't mind buying real props, but the replica props are a lot cheaper. Way cheaper, my friends. So, I've had my eye on the next replica prop. I'm either going to get a replica of Rambo's first knife, because I've got to get more knives up there, man. Like, look, I've got Macgyver's knife, and then I got the Mortal Kombat knife. So, Mortal Kombat knife, Macgyver's knife. I think right above it, like right there, that would be a good spot for the Rambo fucking knife. But Rambo's got 5 knives. He's got the normal, like, hunting knife for number 1. And it's got a green and silver handle. Then number 2, it's all... I believe it's an all black and... I'm sorry, it's black and silver. It's black and silver army knife. The third one is a black and silver one, but it, like, the blade is, like, extended. The blade's, like, that fucking long. The fourth one is like a machete he makes, and he hand makes it. And what's cool about that knife is Sylvester Stallone made it for the movie. Like, in the shot, he heats up like hot metal, and he pretty much made the damn thing by himself. They probably had to make a couple of replicas, though, you know, but he made the main one. So I'd love to get the Rambo machete from number 4. And then the number 5, he sells that replica on his website, Sylvester Stallone, like, I think it's the Sly Shop, SylvesterStallone.com. And I've went on it, and he sells the number 5, and they call that one the Heart Stopper, because he literally takes a fucking knife, and he takes the villain, and he grabs the villain, like, by the shoulder, and he basically says, fuck you, stabs the fucking blade, like, right here, cuts the motherfucker open, and pulls out his goddamn heart. That's why it's called the Heart Stopper. And I was like, holy shit, Fears, you gotta get that fucking replica. Anyway. Dan Aykroyd. John, welcome to be here. I think you meant to say you're glad to be here, but I'm glad you're here too. Mrs. Immortal, what's up? How you been? You know what? You would think, Mrs. Immortal, I have seen the Ghostbuster Empire. I've seen snippets of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing. So right now, let's watch that, shall we? Because I meant to watch it yesterday, and I forgot. So, I'm going to watch it right now. I've just been so busy, Tinder Immortal. You would think the master of the fucking Ghostbusters would have watched it by now. So I apologize, not only to myself, but I apologize to my fans. I should have been on that shit. Alright, here we go. Ghostbusters, Frozen. I guess they finally picked a title. At first it was supposed to be Ghostbusters Firehouse, but now it's Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire official trailer. Oh shit. Oh my god, here we go. Actually, they've got 2. And you know what? Someone told me that the one evil villain from part 1, from Ghostbusters 1, the Walter Peck guy, is back. And I was like, it better be the original fucking guy. Because the original fucking guy that played Walter Peck was in, he was in the first 2 Die Hard movies. And he plays the villain, well, one of the villains in Die Hards. He plays like this annoying, like, news reporter, like, sleazy fuck guy that does not give a shit about anyone but himself. And then, like, Mrs. McClane, like, punches him in the face in the first one. And then the second one, some old lady, like, hits him in the face, like, when he gets off the plane or some shit. So It better be that original fucking guy. It better be. I kid you fucking not. If they replaced him, I'm gonna be really pissed off. I mean, beyond pissed off. Because even though he plays Walter Peck and he's a villain, he's played in other movies, and that guy is one damn good actor. All right, here we go. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Here we go. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's get to work.
It's all dark and horny at 12 o'clock.
Okay, well, good. So already within the first 3 seconds, Bill Murray's in it. Thank God. And someone told me this story they took out of the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Like, they took one of the episodes and turned it in this movie. I guess this movie's inspired by the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Which is cool, because who loves the real Ghostbusters cartoon? Me! I do. That was my favorite, still is my favorite cartoon. Here we go.
I've been waiting 40 years for this.
Oh, nice. Well, listen, the Ghostbuster car already is looking fucking fantastic. They wiped off the dust, and man, it is looking amazing.
They called themselves Ghostbusters. According to these hacks, they saved the world. No eyewitnesses. And who is found to carry the torch?
And they're using the original firehouse, thank God, Thank God. Because the original firehouse still exists, and it still is a working firehouse in New York. I just wish, the only thing that pisses me off about the first one, they did all the exterior shots of the Ghostbuster firehouse in New York, and then all the inside of the firehouse, they found some firehouse that kind of looks the same and was built in the 1920s, because the original Ghostbuster firehouse in New York was built in the 1920s, and they still use it to this day. So they built buildings to last back then. And they found one in Los Angeles. And I don't understand why they just wouldn't shoot all of that shit in New York. It makes sense, though. Maybe they couldn't shoot inside because it is a working firehouse. But the one in L.A. at the time was a working firehouse, too. And they shot all the inside shots of the firehouse in L.A. So maybe it was because the one in L.A. is closer to Hollywood and shit. So I don't know. We'll see. But so far, Tinder Immortal, I am liking. I'm only 22 seconds into this trailer, and already I'm tickled to death. The Ghostbuster firehouse is a rockin'. The Echo one wiped off the dust, looks fucking great, and Bill Murray's in it so far. That's pretty good.
Of Egon Spengler. You have a miner hanging out the side of a moving vehicle, firing a laser gun indiscriminately.
Yes! Okay, good. I just saw Walter Peck, and it's the original guy. Yes! They didn't, get some other look-alike bullshit actor. It's the original guy. Thank God.
It's completely safe.
I wouldn't say completely safe.
The Ghostbusters are finished. Right. Well, overruled.
Sustained.
Thank you.
You the weird guy who buys strange old things?
Correct on both counts.
Buddy, you just hit the jackpot.
And I'll be honest. Like Ray Stantz, he's just Ray Stantz has still got his side business. Ray's Occult Bookshop, so that's good. So he's still got the business. So he's got two businesses. He's got the Ghostbuster business that's it was shut down for a little while, but now these new Ghostbusters are teaming up with the old Ghostbusters. So it's slowly but surely coming back. And then he's got the Occult Bookshop, so that's not too bad.
What is it?
Better question is, what's inside of it?
And I kind of remember this. I kind of remember this from the this story from the cartoon. I don't remember what the episode was called, but I remember the Ghostbusters in the cartoon have to defeat some ghost, because the ghost pretty much freezes the entire not just New York City. They freeze New York City and then the whole state of New York. So I just don't remember what episode it is. It's one of the best episodes of the cartoon, though, because the cartoon had, I think, 4 or 5 seasons. I can't remember. You would think I would know this, but I haven't. The cartoon's been sitting over there for a while. I only have season 1 and season 2. Don't hate me! I haven't bought the other seasons yet, but I will. I need to get the full season and watch it and review it for you guys.
An unimaginable evil, commanding an army of ghosts.
And you know what? Thank God. Listen, I don't care what anyone says. Like, some people are like, oh yeah, the old Ghostbusters, they're getting too old. They can't be in movies. Bullshit. I don't know who the fuck said that, but they're the original. They're the creators. They're the makers. They gotta be in there, you know? They gotta be in there.
Power to kill by fear itself.
Like, literally scared to death?
Now I do like Paul Rudd. He makes a good Ghostbuster, and then all the other like young people. Yeah, they're all right, but Paul Rudd makes a good Ghostbuster. So I'm actually quite pleased with the old cast coming back and these new ones. You know, I like a mixture because eventually, as we get older, the fans and I get older, so does the Ghostbusters, and eventually all the old Ghostbusters are going to die off, and they're going to do some movie of like a passing of the torch. And they've already kind of started to do that. But when the Ghostbusters get super old, that's when they're going to have to literally like be like, all right, we're getting too old, passing of the torch, here's the proton wand, you guys take over.
We might be looking at a second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
And you know what? I like the special effects. And I like that Ray's back, Winston's back, and I like that they pay tribute again to Egon, because unfortunately Harold Ramis passed away. Not only was he a good actor, but have you guys seen his directing? Oh my god, it's fucking fantastic. He directed Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray, fucking great movie. He directed National Lampoon's, not Vegas Vacation, National Lampoon's Vacation, the very first one that started with the original Griswolds. That one's classic. He directed a whole bunch of shit, but every once in a while he would like dip his finger into acting, and he was a good actor too. So it sucks that he passed away, but I'm glad that all the Ghostbusters are back. I mean, Ray is looking fantastic in this shot, right? He's got his jumpsuit on, he's holding a proton wand, you know, and Mr. Aykroyd doesn't look that old. I mean, I think he dyed his hair, though, because I've seen him with gray hair, and in this, he's got all brown hair, so I think he dyed his hair. But even still, he looks pretty good. And he's my favorite Ghostbuster, so. And, man, I gotta say, I don't know if they built the inside of the firehouse set, because in this scene right here, Winston said, let's get back to work, and he hands Ray a proton accelerator, like the wand. So I don't know if they went back to the LA one and like fucking like revamped, because the inside of the firehouse looks good, or if they built the inside on a set. Probably they built it on a set. Or maybe they went classic. You know, you never know. Maybe they went classic and went back to that inside of that firehouse in LA and said, hey, we're going to revamp it. We're going to make it look like how it looked like in 1985, and we're going to make the inside of the firehouse look fucking epic. Because the inside of the firehouse in the background looks amazing. And they got the car parked, you know, right in the driveway, you know, with the double doors, just like how it was in the original. So far, this is a 10 out of 10, my friends.
Can I be of any help? Melnitz in uniform. Yeah.
Oh, and Janine Melnitz is back. Well, good, you know, because she is the secretary for the Ghostbusters, just like in the cartoon, just like in the movie. So I'm glad she's back. It seems like the older like in the Ghostbusters Afterlife, they just kind of had like a cameo, you know. But this one, it seems like they've got more of a part. That's good. That's good. I would rather not have the old Ghostbusters have like just like a shitty cameo. Like, they can still act. Just because they're old doesn't mean they can't act. Get them in there, give them a better part, or give them a not just a better part, give them a longer part so they can act with the new Ghostbusters. I'm liking where this is going.
If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
We're the Ghostbusters. Can I tell you something else? What? Buster makes me feel good. It makes me feel good.
And you know what? They've recreated some shots from the first one. Like, that classic library shot, like Dan Aykroyd was walking through the library. I don't know if they shot it in the original New York library like they did in the first one, but he's walking, and then all of a sudden the fucking librarian ghost from the very first ghost you see in the original, she comes flying around the corner, scares the absolute shit out of him, not just once, for the second time, because he got scared the shit out of in the first one. Then the lion right outside, the lion statue right outside the New York Public Library. They did that close shot where it's like, I guess they shot up, and it's like, it takes a shot of the lion's head, and then they go beyond the lion's head, and then you see the library. So they did that again. Only in this one, the lion comes to life and scares the shit out of Ray. But before it comes to life, they did that shot just like how they did in the very first one. That's the opening scene. Is it comes down, and then it goes kind of like the lion's looking that way, and then it comes down, looks up, shoots right into his face, and then it goes beyond the lion, and then they go right into the into the library. So I'm liking that they're recreating some shots.
Heads up. It's all dark and horny at 12 o'clock.
And you know what? The ghosts look pretty good, and it seems like the Ghostbusters have got some new technology because they've got a drone on top of the Echo 1, and I think it was either Peter or Ray. I couldn't tell. They push a button, and the fucking drone comes up, and then these wings pop out, and there's a fucking ghost trap on the fucking drone. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. Oh shit, fucking Slimer. Yes! Yes! Slimer's back. Because Slimer did not make an appearance. He's made an appearance in Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2. He did not make an appearance, 0 appearances, in Ghostbuster Afterlife. He was in the video game, the Ghostbuster video game, which I've played and I own. The Ghostbuster game's back in a box in Missouri somewhere, but I've played it. But I was like, what the hell? You cannot have Ghostbusters without Slimer. They had something in Ghostbusters Afterlife that looked like Slimer, but it wasn't Slimer. But Slimer's back. Like in this shot, he's in a corner and he's eating all these fucking chocolate bars and all the wrappers are everywhere, and then he comes flying out of the wrappers and Slimer is just screaming his fucking head off. So, thank God Slimer's back. And it better, Hollywood, do not piss fears off. It better not be no fucking cameo. Slimer better be in there for, at least a good 45 seconds, if not more. Because a cameo is like, a good 20 seconds or whatever. Like, I'll give you a good cameo. Ben Stiller in Anchorman. He plays like the Mexican Spanish news team, and you only see him for like maybe 30 seconds. Slimer better be in there for at least a minute. At least. Or I'm going to be kicking ass and take a name.
Yeah.
I'm excited. All the key players, the only one that did not come back, which I wish, is where the fuck is Rick Moranis, man? Gotta get Rick back. Fucking Louis Tully, man. Ugh. The only thing that Rick has done in a while, I saw him in a cell phone commercial with Ryan Reynolds. And he did that like last year. So I think he's slowly but surely coming back to acting. Because now I understand why he left. Like, it was very responsible of him. He was acting, and his wife died, which is traumatic. And his kids, I think at the time, his daughter was like 10, and his son, I think, was 12. So that sucks to lose your mother at such a young age, right? So he did the responsible thing. He quit acting and took care of his kids. And that's very commendable. But now that his kids are, like, grown up, he's got to come back to acting because, man, Rick Moranis is such a good fucking actor. Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, Little Shops of Horror, fucking, what else? Spaceballs. He played Lord Helmet. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 1, 2, and 3. The third one kind of sucks, but the first two were pretty good. Little Giants. I mean, I could go on and on. The guy's been in so many fucking classic movies. Well, Tinder Immortal, I liked it. I liked it. Good shit all around. And I cannot believe that fucking Walter Peck guy is back. But you know what? Thank God, though. I'm telling you, if they would have replaced him, like, oh yeah, Walter Peck's back. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm like, that's not Walter Peck. It's some actor portraying him. No, the original guy that played Walter Peck, that motherfucker is back. Thank God. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right. Let me get back to the comments. I didn't mean for that to go on forever, guys, but I was critiquing it as I went. Let's see. Garth Brooks said they used multiple sticks throughout filming. I have one he used for a couple of scenes in the World Junior Tournament. Oh, shit. Garth Brooks. That's good. Well, listen. If you don't want that anymore, I love the Mighty Ducks movie. I got 1, 2, and 3 up there. If you want to send Fierce some fan mail, and you send me Aberman was the guy that he was real tall, and he was the kid that like hit the fucking puck at like warp speed, right? It was a tall, like, I think like all the other Mighty Ducks, they were like 9, 10, 11, and then Aberman was like 15, and he like hit the puck, but it was like lightning speed. So if you don't want that hockey stick anymore, and you want to send Fierce some fan mail, holy shit. 1, I love the Mighty Ducks. 2, I love fucking hockey. 3, I love movie props, Garth Brooks. So if you want to send that to me, I will put that right next to, there's the movie prop shelf. There's Chucky. By the way, Chucky was standing there. I put him back in the box. I'll either put that hockey stick, I kid you not, I'll make room. I'll either put that hockey stick right here, or I will put it on this side. I don't care. That's awesome. That is awesome, my friend. So I don't know how the hell you got that hockey stick. Actually, I'm curious. How did you get the hockey stick? It's none of my business how you got it, but now I'm curious, Garth. How in the hell did you get it? Did you just find it online? Like, they're like, oh yeah, the movie's been done for fucking years. We'll just sell the props online. Did you find it online? Like, were you an extra in the movie? I'm just curious. I don't know too much about Garth Brooks. I mean, he's kind of a newer fan, so he's been in the chat for a couple of months now. So I'm just curious. How in the hell did you get that prop? Or are you trolling Fears and you don't have it at all? I'm just curious. But if you really do have it, that's fucking great. Let's see. Tindermortal says the new theme park, Epic Universe in Orlando. Oh, that's coming, Tindermortal. I saw a commercial for it. I do like Universal. It's been a while since I went. That's the next thing I need. I need to get a fucking season pass to Universal too. But it's been a while. But until I conquer all the stuff I want to conquer at Disney, I don't know if I'll. Well, it's not that I'm saying I won't go back to Universal. I will at some point. But I've been having fun conquering a lot of things at Disney that I've been wanting to conquer, you know? So, but I do plan on going back to the parks. So, maybe one day I'll take a break and just buy a ticket to Universal and conquer some shit over there. So, yeah. And, of course, I'll be vlogging it. Let's see. No better way to start the morning than the refreshing crisp pace of Crystal Skull vodka. Well, listen, I would, Dan, but Fears does not want to have a hangover, because if I drink, you know, I'll drink a couple, and then I'll feel like shit all day. You know, because you got to go into work later, because anytime you drink, you have a hangover. So Fears doesn't really feel like having a hangover. But when Larry comes, at least one of those nights, we're going to be boozing and drinking it up, because I got some Crystal Skull chilling in the fridge right now, ready to go. Timmy says, my favorite cartoon is the Fears Man cartoon. Well, that's nice of you to say, Timmy. I always say, I mean, listen, Fears Man, Fears, it'll always be near and dear to my heart, Timmy. But before Fears Man was ever a thought in this brain, my favorite cartoon is, and always will be, the real Ghostbusters. I liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I liked it. It was alright. Here's the difference between me and my best friend Eric. Eric loves the shit out of Ninja Turtles. I mean, it's his favorite thing in the world, besides his wife, obviously. And then he likes Ghostbusters a little bit. I'm the reverse. I love the shit out of anything Ghostbusters. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I like it a little bit. I do like it. I enjoy watching the movies. Best Ninja Turtle ever, fucking Mikey, man. Next is Raph, then Donnie, and nothing against Leo, but Leo, he was always serious, and I understand why. He had to be the leader of the group. He had to be like, hey guys, chill out. We got a mission to do. We got to take down, whether it was fucking Krang, or we got to take down fucking the Foot Clan, or fuck the Foot Clan, we got to take down Shredder, all that crap, you know? So yeah. But it's nice of you to say that, Timmy. I appreciate that. Yes, I do love Fierce Man too. He's very near. So my two favorite cartoons ever is Fierce Man and Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. So Fierce Man will always have a near and dear, warm center in my heart. Always. Always. Yo! Heroes and Villains Collectibles. What's up? I'm sure you've been here a long time. Heroes, as you saw, I'm always behind on the fucking comments, so I apologize. I was going fucking ballistic. I just watched the fucking new, I don't know if it's the new trailer, because I know they got new trailers out, but I hadn't seen any of the trailers for the new Ghostbusters yet. Tinder Immortal suggested that I watch it. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's do it now. I watched it. It's fucking great. It's fucking fantastic. All the original key players come back. Then you got the new Ghostbusters kicking ass and taking aim. Slimer's back. The only thing, though, and it sucks, there's no way to kind of bring him back. I wish they would bring back not just the little tiny Stay Puffs, because they have the little tiny Stay Puffs. I'm talking about it'd be sweet if somehow, some way, they brought back the massive Stay Puff Marshmallow Man. Because in the cartoon, they do bring Stay Puff back in the cartoon. And I forgot how they do it. Because whenever I was a kid, I was like, well, how's that possible? They blew him all to hell in the movie. Because by the time I started watching the cartoons, I had already seen, I don't know if Ghostbuster 2 was out when they first, no, I think they made Ghostbusters 1 first, and then in between number 1 and number 2, they made the cartoon. And as Ghostbusters 2 was coming out, I think the cartoon was still on, if memory serves me right. If I'm wrong on that, then I'll admit to it. Let me know. I'm pretty sure that's how it was, though. Because when number 2 starts, it says 5 years later, and they made Ghostbusters. They filmed it in '83, and I was born in '83, and then it came out in '84, and then I waited until I was like 4 or 5, so I watched for the first time Ghostbusters like '86, '87, and then I think in '89 is when they started the cartoon. Around there, '88, '89, and then I think they filmed number 2 in like 1990, somewhere around there. Anyway, Timmy says, Dan Aykroyd, congrats on the new movie. Yes. Wouldn't it be amazing if the person in the chat was really Dan Aykroyd? I know it's not the real Dan Aykroyd. It's either a fan or a troll hiding behind my favorite actor. But he's being nice, because if I found out it was a troll, it would be blocked. But anyway. But until somebody goofs up, I will not block them, you know. It pairs perfectly with a splash of Echo Cooler. That's right! I used to drink Echo Cooler all the time. To be fair, I am very old. You're not that old, though. I think Dan Aykroyd, I know he's in his 60s, but he hasn't hit 70 yet. Let me see how old Dan Aykroyd is. I know he's 60-something. How old is Dan Aykroyd? Oh, shit! Oh, my God. He's actually a lot older than I thought. Dan Aykroyd, well, he looks good for 71. He's still got a lot of his hair. But I kid you not, he must have dyed his hair. Because at 71, in that he must have dyed his hair for Ghostbusters, because unless he's got really good hair, but it looks, I know he's going bald a little bit in the back, but the front part he's still got, because whenever he did Christmas with the Cranks, his hair looked really dark in that too, And whenever they shot him from behind, because he played one of the neighbors in Christmas with the Cranks, and he did that a few years ago. He hasn't lost much hair in the back, but he's starting to bald a little bit in the back. Not too much, but a little bit. So, I had no idea he was 71. And then Bill Murray, hell, he's older than Dan Aykroyd. It says, people also to search for, Bill Murray, 73 years old. Well, how old is Ernie Hudson? Because he's the third Ghostbuster. So, Dan Aykroyd's 71. Bill Murray's 73. Holy crap, I did not know that Dan Aykroyd was 71. How old is Ernie Hudson? Let's see here. Let's see, how old is he? Let's see here. Let's see if I can find him. Let's see. Born December 17th, 1945. I'm not that good at math, so if he was born in... Let's see here. How old is he? I'm okay with math, but I don't recall how old that is. He was born in 45. Let's see here. I'm trying to find how old he is. I wonder if it says it on his IMDb page. It's cool that he still acts, though. He's got to be in his 70s. Oh, yeah, he's in his 70s. Oh, lordy. I didn't know that the Ghostbusters were that fucking old. I thought they were in their 60s. But I had no idea that Dan Aykroyd was 71. That's fucking hell, man. Anyway, good to see you, Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Heroes, I haven't had you on the show in quite a while, buddy. So I got to get you on the show at some point. But I know you're at work, so yeah. Anyway, when is Harrison Ford going to get a chance at a go? I mean, that would be cool, Timmy. I'm not saying that wouldn't be fucking cool. That'd be pretty awesome. I mean, hell, he's been Indiana Jones. He's been Han Solo. He's been The Fugitive. I mean, there's not a lot that Harrison Ford couldn't do, you know? I know at one time someone told me they were thinking of having Eddie Murphy in a Ghostbuster, but then he was going to do Ghostbuster, but then he got the part of Axel Foley, which, thank God, I mean, he would have been great in either he's a comedian. He would have been great either as Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop or in Ghostbusters. Like, he was supposed to play Ernie Hudson's part, but I'm so glad he picked Axel Foley, because I can't picture Ghostbusters without Ernie Hudson, you know. He's a really good... Ernie Hudson can play action. He's done horror, like he was in The Crow. He played a police officer in The Crow, and that's a very dark... It's not a horror movie, but it's a dark movie. And he's great in The Crow. That was Brandon Lee's last appearance, unfortunately. He got killed on the set, unfortunately. You know, like, that's a shame. But, man, he's good in that movie. Ernie Hudson's really good in The Crow. But then he was in that comedian about the idiot guitar guys that like take over the radio station, Airheads or whatever the hell it is. Had Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler. I think that was Adam Sandler's first movie, or one of his first movies, because he looks super young in it. I don't know if it was his first film, but Ernie Hudson plays a cop in that one too. You know, and he was great in that movie. So Ernie Hudson can act in a lot of stuff. I've never met him. I've never met any of the Ghostbusters. I've always wanted to. Anyway, let's see here. Timmy says, it better not be a cameo like when Yummy Dillion is only in the background and not getting nailed. This is true, Timmy. These are all true statements. All true. Very true, my friend. Shadow Collector says, top of the bung to you. Well, top of the bung to you. A little Irish there, Jason. I like it. Christmas with the Cranks came out 20 years... No, it didn't. Come on. There's no way Christmas with the Cranks... Maybe the book came out. But I thought they filmed that a couple of years ago. Let me see. Hang on. I'll admit it if you're right. That doesn't seem possible. Let's see. When did Christmas with the Cranks come out. Oh, shit! You are right. Not that you weren't right, Jason, but it didn't feel like they made it 20 years ago. It came out November 15th, 2004. 1 year after Fears got out of high school. I graduated high school in 2003. Damn! I didn't know it was that old. Well, maybe Fears only watched a couple years ago. I think that's what I was getting mixed up about. Maybe I just watched it for the first time a couple years ago, but I didn't know it was that fucking old. That is fucking old, man. It's still a good movie, though. It's still a good movie. Well, I stand corrected, Jason. I did not know. I'm being honest. I knew you worked in a movie theater, but I don't know. To me, it just doesn't feel like it's that old, but apparently it is that old. So I apologize. I was wrong. Holy shit, that movie's old. Damn. I didn't know it was that old. 20 years ago, motherfuckers. Oh, my lord. I worked at the movie theater when it came out. I remember you worked at that movie theater for quite a long time, Jason. Like, I only worked at Harkins Theaters for 2 years. If I would have stayed, it would have been cool to be a manager, because I remember one of the managers came up to me and said, hey, you're doing great, Fears. We'd like to train you to be a supervisor and then a manager. I said, well, I would, but I said, now that school is over, I'm going to go back to Missouri. And they were like, oh, that's a shame. Like we'll miss you around here. And I did mine. I don't remember the mall. I remember I lived in Tempe, and then Jason, you know how to get to my house? You have to go through that little Mexican town. Literally, it was like in Tempe, Arizona. Like on one side of Tempe was just like normal, just Tempe, Arizona. And then if you got on the highway, you know, later on, you could hit Phoenix. And here's Tempe, and then to get to the mall, you'd drive down this little graveled road, and then you'd hit this. There was a little sign that said something like, welcome to Little Mexico or something. I shit you not. I don't remember what the sign. It said something about Little Mexico. And it was a small little Mexican town that you drove through. And then on the other side of that town was, that's what it was, Jason, Arizona Mills Mall. And inside there was the theater that I worked at. I don't remember that. You know what I'm talking about, Jason? That small little Mexican town. It's like out of nowhere. So like on one side where I lived was Tempe, Arizona. And I have nothing against Mexicans, but I had never seen. Yeah, that's what it is. Guadalupe is a town. But I had never seen a town within a town. You know what I'm saying? Like a little small Mexican town is in the big town of Tempe. And I had never saw that, you know? Because where I live in Missouri, you know, there's not two towns in itself. Like, all right, if you live in O'Fallon, Missouri, then it's just O'Fallon. Then you got to drive over to Wentzville, or you got to drive over to St. Charles, or, you know, like same thing with, like I lived in Tempe, and then you would drive over to Mesa, and then drive over to Chandler, and then Scottsdale, and all that. But I had never seen that until I moved to Arizona, and I was like, I kid you not, it's a small little tiny Mexican town. One side Tempe, then it says like welcome to Guadalupe, and it literally said AKA on the sign. I shit you not, it said Little Mexico. And then you would just drive through it, and then on the other side of Guadalupe was the Arizona Mills Mall. And I would drive through that Mexican town because it was the fastest route to get to work. So I would just start in Tempe, drive through the little Mexican town, go into Arizona Mills parking lot, park there, go in, do my work, and then right back. Because my apartment complex was on the other side of Guadalupe. So yeah. And then, Jason, I forgot, your parents lived way up in the mountains because we went to their cabin, but I can't remember what city you lived in. But I know you don't live in that town anymore because when you started, you know, dating Amy and now you guys got married, you guys got a house, and you probably moved to another town, though. Which, by the way, guys, I'm sure everyone heard, but just in case you didn't hear, Jason told me some very good news. So, congratulations to Jason and his wife, Amy. Jason is going to be a father. So, that's pretty awesome. So, thumbs up, buddy. So, yeah. I forgot if you're going to... I think you said you're going to have a girl. I can't remember, but either way, whether it's a boy or a girl, congrats, my friend. Fears is quite jealous, but like in a good way. I still haven't met Mrs. Wright yet. I hope I meet Mrs. Wright one day. I would love to hear the little pitter-patter of little Fierce feet. Daddy, will you teach me how to work a camera? Absolutely, son. Get over here. Give him the camera. He's vlogging with the old man. Hopefully one day that happens. I hope. But yeah, congratulations, Jason. That's fucking awesome, dude. On behalf of the entire community, we all wish you well. And I sincerely mean that. Let's see. Timmy says, and then over to Daytona to see Lord Randall. Well, Randall lived, when we went to college, Randall lived, I believe, in Phoenix. Randall lived in Phoenix. But now that Randall lived in Florida first. And actually, me and Randall lost touch with each other after film school. Randall reached out to me, and he's like, Fierce, you remember me? And I was like, I do remember you. I said, Randall, we didn't have too many classes together. But I said we had a few classes. Me and Randall hung out more outside of school than in school, because Randall was a few classes ahead of me, you know? Me and Jason had a couple classes together. But the class that I remember that me and Randall had the most fun is we had audio class together. So one of our projects is we had to make an entire story in video format, but only using sound effects. So literally it was a black screen, and then we would just add in the sound effects and make like a little mini movie. And I went up to the teacher, I said, can we put like a picture up or something? And he said, yeah, you guys can use pictures. But he goes, you cannot use any like footage. And you have to tell a story just with sound effects. He's like, but if it'll make it easier, yeah, you guys can use a picture. So me and Randall stuck in a couple pictures, and I lost that project. Because before I got like a little hard drive, like one of these bad boys, these are amazing. If you guys are a YouTuber or a TikToker, invest in one of these tiny ones. These are fucking great. We had this big fucking clanky one. Jason, I'm sure you remember the big fucking clanky ones. Holy shit, man. That thing weighed like 20 pounds, dude. And mine broke down like right before college ended. And some things, they said, well, some of these things we can retrieve, other things we can't. And I was like, oh, fuck. And they were able to retrieve a lot of my video projects, but I lost like some of my Photoshop projects. I lost like my very first picture of Fears Man that I ever made in Photoshop. And I was like, you fucking idiots! But then I kind of like apologized to them. I didn't say it to them. I said it in my mind, but I was like, it's not their fault. It's the fucking stupid hard drive. So I'm like, they'll save as much as they possibly can. Oh, I've got my original one, Jason. It just, I haven't turned it on because it like went to shit. And literally I had to take it somewhere. Remember the school had like the, I don't know what you call it. The school had, like, if your computer broke down, we had our own little, like, repair, like, shop, whatever you want to call it. If you had any problem with your hard drive or your computer, my school had it. You know what I'm talking about, Jason. So I took it there, and they're like, we'll save as much as we can. They said, did you do anything? I said, no. I said, I've just had this for so long, I guess it's starting to crap out. And they're like, yeah, they do that sometimes. And I said, well, can you just save as much as possible? I said, I've worked really hard on all these projects. And they said, did you make a copy? And I said, no, but I'm going to. So I saved as much as I could. So, anyway. Oh, shit. Timmy says, Daddy, will you show me how to do a time-lapse? Timmy, that'll be one of the first things I show my son or daughter. Because I don't care what I have. The old man, me, is going to be filming and vlogging with whatever kid I have someday, hopefully. I'm running out of time, though. I got to find a wife. I got to find Mrs. Fears. It's so hard. You guys are probably sick and tired of me saying it. I shit you not. It is so hard to find a nice woman these days. Because most women, I'll go on these dating sites. I shit you not. Yeah, how much money do you make? Really? Right off the bat? You want to know how much money I make? I'm like, decent. But I'm like, it shouldn't be about money. It should be, hey, I don't know, call me old-fashioned. Hey, let's talk. Let's get to know each other, you know? No, if you don't have a BMW, then fuck you, Fears. I'm like, well, fuck you. Like, I don't want some materialistic girl, you know? Or, like, they're 10,000 pounds, or, like, the woman's hair. I don't know. It's really hard to find a woman these days. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Shadow Collector says, yep, a girl just painted the nursery this past weekend. That's fucking awesome, Jason. That's cool. Now what color did you go with? Did you go with the classic pink for a girl, or did Amy pick out the color, or did you guys pick the color out yourself? None of my business. I'm just curious since you brought it up. So what? What color did you go with? You said you painted the nursery, but hey, that's pretty cool. And you said you picked out the crib. Nice. We didn't have classes together. No, that's right, Jason. I stand corrected. We had lab together because you were ahead of me and Randall. That's right. Because we first met outside of lab, and that fucking guy would never... He would always open the lab like late or some shit. And I'm like, we're here, Jason's here, those two other people here. I want to get in, do my fucking lab work, and get the fuck out of here. But of course, I'm a nice guy, so I didn't say that. So we had to sit there and patiently wait until that guy was always fucking late. And I never had a problem with the guy. I'm just like, dude, I want to get some lab time in before class, and I want to get some lab time in after class. And Jason, I'm not bringing up old wounds. Whenever me and Jason were fighting, Jason took down some of my old footage of me and Jason. Some I saved, some I deleted. It sucks now. I should have just made them private, Jason, but you got really mad. For good reason. Me and Jason were squabbling back in the day, and he was like, all right, fuck you, Fierce, and you started taking down video by video, and I didn't want to lose my channel, so... It sucks. I don't have too many videos left of me and Jason. But probably one of my favorite ones was Jason is so tired in this video. This one's gone. This is one of them that got deleted. I have the camera like fucking inches from Jason's face, and he looks over like, really, Fierce? And I'm like, yeah, really. And I'm like, this is Jason. I'm like, Jason, show me your fucking. I loved your logo. It was like Jack-O-Lantern Productions or something, or Jack-O-Lantern Pictures or something. And I was like, here's Jason, 9 a.m. in the morning, and you're like, yeah, give me like 3 energy drinks and 2 beers, and I'll be ready to fucking go. That was a great video. Something like that. But yeah, we didn't have any classes together, but oh my god. That guy, we did a bunch of lab work together though. So yeah. John Fears only deserves the best woman. Well, here's the thing, Timmy. I don't care if she's the best woman. I'm kind of an old-fashioned guy. All I ask is that she's nice. Like, I'm not looking for much. I'm a typical guy. Like, I don't want her to be ugly, because obviously you have to be attracted to her a little bit. And she's got a good head on her shoulders, you know, because looks isn't everything, you know, because with age, looks goes, you know. But I would love a girl that's got a little bit of Christianity in her, got a good family, got a good head on her shoulders, she's got a good job, you know, like all the usual normal stuff that people look for, you know. I'm not looking for like, yeah, like I want to date a hot flaming model, you know. And I don't want a girl that's materialistic. Whatever, Fears, just give me all your money. No, fuck no, I don't want that. No. Just, you know, a normal, nice girl, you know. And I'll be honest, I really wish it would have worked out with Casey. But I'm glad she's happy. And I'm glad that we're still friends. I was really in love with her. And it sucks that the trolls make fun of me and Casey, because a few times, now that me and Casey are just friends, I'm like, Casey, I'm going to show you something that's fucking ridiculous. And then she's like, that's horrible, John. Like, why do they do that? I'm like, because they know that I loved you and you loved me at one time, and now we're just friends, and they just want to tease us. And she's like, just ignore it. And I was like, I try, Casey. I ignore it, as much of it as I possibly can. But I said it's just disgusting sometimes. Like, the newest thing is, I don't know if Casey got into like gun shooting because her idiot husband is into it, or she actually likes it, because whenever we were dating, she said nothing about ever. It never came up that she liked target practicing. Me and my dad went target practicing, like shooting with my brother and my dad, and sometimes I would bring my buddy Eric with us, like all the time. But it never came up that she liked to shoot guns. So I don't know if she likes shooting guns or she just does it because her husband Anyway, whatever. Joey found a photo that she had posted on her Instagram or Snapchat of her, like, pointing the gun, like, at the target, and then Joey made me the target. And I was like, that's sick. It's so fucking disgusting. But I'm like, whatever, you know. Anyway. But I told her, and she goes, that's disgusting, Fierce. She goes, I would never shoot you. I said, well, obviously, Casey. But I'm like, it just shows you how sick and twisted these people are. And she's like, trolls will be trolls. And I'm like, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm like, I got it. I understand. Jason says, it's teal. We're going with a mermaid theme. Oh, there you go. Start the Disney classic movies, you know, when they're young. Little Mermaid is Amy's favorite Disney movie. I mean, that's a classic. That is a classic. I'll be honest, though. Fierce's favorite is Aladdin. Aladdin kicks ass. But I've watched Little Mermaid. That's a cool movie. I remember Fierce telling that instructor, if you don't show up on time from now, 3 things are going to happen. I don't remember saying... Did I say that, Jason? I don't remember going nuts. Remember, it was Victor. I never had a problem with Victor. I had a problem with Joe Mustaki or whatever the hell. The guy, the bald-headed guy with the fucking mustache. I ripped him a new asshole. I mean, I got in his face 2 inches. And he was such an ass. Like, he made fun. Me and my friends, we were in a group. It was me and like 4 other guys, and we were working on a project. And I've told this story before. We worked on it so hard. Like, I shot a few scenes, my friend shot a few scenes, and then we all, like, edited together. Like, Fierce, you edit these 2 scenes. I remember, like, my friend was like, Fierce, you edit these 2 scenes, I'm going to edit these 3 things. And we all put it together, and we all worked on it. It was such a great project. And he watched it, and he was like, crap, garbage, this is shit. And I defended me and my group. I was like, dude, I said, you're so wrong. And he's like, yeah, you guys probably only worked on it for 3 days. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm like, we worked on it for 2.5 weeks. I'm like, I'm very proud of it. And it's even on my channel. I uploaded it. It only lasts like 5 or 10 minutes, but we worked on it for 2.5 weeks. And it's very good, in my eyes. And he's like, I don't see it, Fierce. It's shit. And the way he did it, I was like, if he calls it shit one more time, I'm going to get in his face. And I was seconds from blasting him in the face. And I guess he never came back because... Or he never showed his face in my classes ever again. Because I stood up and I screamed in his face, fuck you, you motherfucker. Don't fucking tell me and my friends that our project is shit. And I said, I dare you to say it again. If you do, I'm going to blast your fucking goddamn teeth out. I mean, I went full fucking nuts on him. I could not take his shit anymore. And I don't know if I scared him, Jason. Because I've told you this story before. I remember I said, say one more fucking thing, you motherfucker. I said, I fucking dare you. And I was 2 inches from his face. And he kind of like looked out of the corner of his eye like one of those. And looked around. I said, don't look at them. Look at me, motherfucker. I mean, I was so pissed. You know? And I said, and he goes, you need to get out of my face. I'm like, and what are you going to do? I'm like, you're not going to do shit. And I was so pissed, and people in the class were like, Fierce, you gotta calm down. I'm like, no, I won't calm down. I'm like, this guy's a fucking dick. And eventually, after I said, maybe for the 3rd time, I dare you to fucking say one more thing, it was a good, like, 10-second pause. And then he just gathered his things, walked out, and then they're like, holy shit, Fierce, you tore him a new asshole. I'm like, yeah, damn right. I'm like, we didn't work on it for 3 days. We worked on it for 2.5 weeks. Fuck that motherfucker. And they're like, Fierce, aren't you, like, scared of, like, getting, like, expelled? I was like, well, I couldn't take his shit anymore. And then, like, 20 minutes went by, and this lady came in, and I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, here we go. And then she's like, Joe had to go do something. I'm like, nah. I'm like, he's a fucking coward. He didn't want to come back in. I didn't say that. She goes, I'm going to take over the class. And then she's like, Mr. Fierce, she's like, I think you know why I'm here. And she goes, you need to go speak to the dean right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And she goes, yeah, I heard you from down the hall. And then I kind of laughed. I said, well, I think everybody heard me from down the hall. And then she's like, probably. And so I remember I went, and I thank God I didn't get expelled. I just told the dean what happened. And he goes, well, that's fine to defend you and your friends. I said, he went too far. I said, we didn't work on it for 2 fucking days. We worked on it for 2 fucking weeks. And he goes, Fierce, I understand. And he goes, but you can't be yelling at a teacher. And I said, well, I'm sorry. I said, he went too far. And I said, I apologize. I said, I apologize to you. I said, I'm not apologizing to that asshole. And he went, "You're fine. Just don't ever yell at a teacher ever again." He goes, "This is your one warning." And I said, "Okay." I said, "I understand." Went back, and I never saw the motherfucker again until graduation. And he was up there. He was one of the people on the stage. And he didn't hand me my diploma. Somebody else did. But he went to shake my hand. And I can't remember if I walked right past him or if I actually shook his hand. Maybe, since my parents were there, I shook his hand. But I didn't say one word to him. But, oh, man. But yeah, I was pretty pissed at that guy. But that's the only teacher I ever got into it. All my other teachers in film school were really nice, fucking fantastic. But he was a fucking dick. Anyway. Timmy says, John Fear should get a girl with a bit of British in her. Oh, dude, Timmy, you're preaching to the choir. Like, whenever I went over to England back in 2011, that's the last time I went to go to England. I need to go back and visit my British family. I went for my cousin Samantha's wedding, and all of her friends were, like, super hot. And she's like, "Oh, this is your American cousin." And then they're like, "Oh, my name's Rachel. Samantha is my cousin. I'm Samantha's friend. We went to school together." And I was like, wow. I'm like, Samantha's got some pretty hot friends. And I'm like, "Oh, hi, I'm John." And they're like, "Where's your accent?" I said, "Well, obviously," I said, I wasn't born here. I said, I don't have the cool accent. But I said, my mom's from England. And they're like, "Oh, that's so cool." And I was like, "You're so cool." So, Timmy, you're preaching to the choir. I would love to get with a cool, hot, sexy British lady. That would be fucking the bee's knees, my friend. That would be the bee's knees. Jason says, "Nah, I'm trolling you." Okay, I could have said Jason. I'm like, I don't remember saying the classic 3 things will happen. Me hitting you, you hitting the floor, and then Fear standing over you, laughing at you. Because I was like, I don't remember saying that. I said if I said it to anyone, it was that Joe Mustaki motherfucker. But I could have said. So, yeah. Oh, shit. Shadow Collector says, "Do you have some British in you?" "No. Would you like to?" That's a good line. I should use that. "Oh, yeah? You want some in you?" Well, I mean, me and, I can take care of that, So, come on over to Casa de Fears, and I can do that. I can definitely do that, Wait, what did Fears blast? No, Timmy, I said I was going to blast his goddamn teeth out. Like, I was seconds from punching that motherfucker. Thank God I didn't punch him, because if I would have punched him, then I probably, I'm sure I would have been able to graduate, just not that year. They probably would have expelled me for, a couple months or a year or whatever, but whew, I was seconds away from, people in the class, I remember. Jason, do you remember me telling this story? Because Jason was in my class, but I think I remember telling you. People in the class were like, "Fears, you have got to chill out." And that's not the most pissed I've ever been, but I was pretty damn mad at that guy. Because he was just so ignorant. I was like, we did not work on this for 2 days. I said, me and the group that I worked with were a bunch of cool, like, a bunch of my school chums, my school friends. I said, we worked really hard on it. And I said, who is this guy? And I know he worked on a couple of music videos, but I'm like, he's not the creme de la creme of the fucking film industry, So I was like, anyway. That really pissed me off, though. Yeah. Anyway. The teacher was John Fears' first troll. No, he wasn't a troll, Timmy. Just the way he, like, a bunch of my people in my group were a little pissed. He goes, "I don't agree with that guy's critiquing." And I was like, I don't either. I'm like, he's way off. And then, like, I remember one kid said, I don't remember exactly what the kid in my group said, but he said something to the effect of, "How does he know how long we worked on it for?" He goes, "We didn't work on it for 2 days." He goes, "Everybody worked hard for 2.5 weeks. And I said, yeah, that really is like kind of pissing me off. I said, we worked on it before class, after class, during class for 2.5 weeks. So I said, fuck what that guy says, Anyway. I was pissed. It was just, I was like, it's bullshit, Yeah, that's the only time I've ever gotten in a teacher's face, ever. Like, I never gotten into a teacher's face in middle school, high school, grade school. Anyway. Let's see. I hope you'll be wearing your jumpsuit to the movie premiere, John. You know what? I don't have a Ghostbusters jumpsuit. Not yet. I still have my original Proton pack, though, And my mom said she kept my jumpsuit that I had as a kid. I had a little brown jumpsuit. I mean, I had the whole thing when I was a kid. I had the proton pack, and I had the gun with my. I was like, I don't know. My mom bought it for me. Like I was 7 or 8, and I had the little kid jumpsuit. They sold the jumpsuit like at Toys R Us or somewhere, and it had Fears on it. It either said Fears on it or it said Johnny, because my mom and dad called me Johnny when I was a kid. So I can't remember what it said on the jumpsuit. It either said Johnny or Fears. I can't remember. I'm thinking Johnny because my grandpa, my grandma, my mom, my dad called me Johnny when I was a kid. So I want to say it was that. But I know my mom probably has it in that box somewhere. But I still got all my original Ghostbuster shit. All of it. The only thing that I regret giving away is a neighbor kid that was my friend walked over and said, Fears, I know every time you come over to my house and we play video games, you're always saying, man, I love your Nintendo system and you got like 99 games. He goes, well, I say the same thing about your Crash Dummies, Fears. And I said, oh, you like my Crash Dummy collection? Because I had the whole collection of Crash Dummies. And he goes, yeah, you want to make a trade? And I said, well, what do you mean? And I guess that was my first wheeling and dealing. He goes, Fears. He goes, I'll give you a fair trade. He goes, if you give me every single thing that you own of Crash Dummies, he goes, I'll give you my entire collection of, like, Nintendo stuff. He goes, I'll give you the Nintendo running pad, the Nintendo blaster, the blaster gun. He goes, I've got 99 games of the old Nintendo. And I was like, that seems like a fair trade. And I still have all that shit in a box, all the old Nintendo stuff. I'm sure it would still work. I just have to wipe off the inch layer of dust. But I regret giving him all my Crash Dummies. But I got a pretty fair deal. I basically got a Nintendo system with 99 games for $0. Jason says, I never heard this story, but wouldn't surprise me if Joe said something like that. He was always very blunt with people's work. Yeah, a little bit too blunt, And the thing about Joe was, Jason, because you can attest to this, you saw him in action. Sometimes Joe was like the nicest guy ever. And then sometimes he was the biggest dick in the world. I actually saw him. He made some girl cry. But then like the next day he'd be like, oh yeah, I love your work. That's awesome. And I was like, this guy's all over the fucking place, And I don't remember what he said to the girl, but I remember this was a different day. I remember I was in the back working, I was editing some video, and she asked Joe a question, and he was like, why would you ask that? He goes, we already covered that like a week ago. And then she's like, well, I just don't get how to make this edit, or she said something like that. And he made the girl cry, and then he felt bad, and I gave her a tissue, and he goes, I wasn't trying to make you cry. He goes, this is the way to do it. He goes, we already covered this. And in my mind, I'm like, well, motherfucker, you're a teacher. If she doesn't get it, you have to reteach it to her. I'm like, don't make her fucking cry. That's bullshit, But again, I didn't say anything. I just continued on with my work, and I was like, this guy's such a fucking dick. Anyway. So, yeah. So, Jason's right. It wouldn't put it, like, I wouldn't put it past Joe. He thought he was hot shit, and he really wasn't hot shit. Let's see. Well, I think it's about time we make you a real ghost. Oh, listen. If I ever met the real Dan Aykroyd, and he was like, Fears, raise your hand. I'm gonna deputize you as a Ghostbuster. I'd be like, Mr. Aykroyd, I've been waiting for this my entire fucking life. I'm ready. Deputize me. Let's do it, I'll be all over it. Let's see. I expect that to be your next movie prop. You know what? The only Ghostbuster prop I've got, I bought, well, I guess it's considered a prop. It's a replica. When I went to one of Jeff's toy shows, I bought a shitload of those little, like, white Stay Puffs, like the real miniature ones. So I've got those. And then I got I need to get a better looking one. Like an actual metal one, because I've looked online. They've got the Ghostbuster trap that, like, you push a button, all the smoke and shit comes out of it and all that crap, and it's metal. I've got the plastic one from Spirit Halloween. I mean, that one's pretty good. You guys have seen that one. You push a button, it opens up, and it lights up, and then when you catch a ghost, you push another button, and then there's a red blinking button. So it's good, but I'd like to get more props. Like, one of the props that I want to get, I think you see it on camera in one of the Ghostbuster films for like a couple of seconds. They reference it more than you actually see it, but I think you see it like once on camera, is the Tobin Spirit Guide. I want to get the Tobin Spirit Guide book. Because they reference that in Ghostbusters 1 and 2 at least twice in the film, in both films. And I think they reference it once in, not in the Ghostbuster movie with the girls, but Ghostbusters Afterlife. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, man. Give me 1 second. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. This coffee needs to kick in. So, anyway. You guys study Evil Dead. I may watch this tonight. I haven't watched it yet. Sadly, I'm going to have to watch them out of order. I was telling Visions the other... Well, I didn't tell him the other day, but I was telling him whenever I bought this a couple months back. They only had this one at Blockbuster when, like, Halloween came out. Right? I was like, well, if they sell number 2, where the fuck's number 1? Obviously, they didn't have number 1. You know? So I'm going to have to watch it out of sequence, but oh well. Oh, yeah, I do have that, Jason. That's right. And I've got the newspaper. That's right. That's right. And I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, I've got that, and then I bought a replica of the other newspaper. I just haven't put it in a frame yet. So I've got 2 of the newspapers. So yeah. Anyway, I need to use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. So just go ahead and study Ash. Ash in all of his wickedness. Look at his fucking hilarious eyes and his funny face. He's pretty damn funny. Alright, so I'm going to go use the restroom, but you study him, and I'll be right back. Oh, my Lord. Classic Fears memory. Classic Fears memory, you guys. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe. Jason is so right. How could I forget about the 2 newspapers that I have? Jason, you know the classic... Well, all the fans know the Classic Fears memory. I don't know if it was a brain fart or it's so early in the morning, you know, or probably a combination of both. So, I apologize. Yes, I've got the replica of the newspaper, and then I got the other newspaper. So... That's right. But even still, that would only make 4 props. You know? So I need to get more. Like, the plastic one, the plastic Ghostbuster trap, it's alright. I've seen, you guys have probably seen them. If you Google Etsy, on eBay, if you write in literally Ghostbuster trap replicas or Ghostbuster trap props, some people build them out of metal and then you push a button and there's smoke coming out like the one scene where they finally, in the first one, catch Slimer, and then that the hotel manager's like, ew, what is that? Will there be any more of them? And he's got, like, the handkerchief, like, covering his nose, and then, like, Ray Stantz comes out, and he holds it, and there's, like, white smoke coming out of the fucking ghost trap because they just caught Slimer. And he's like, sir, what you have there is a non-focused, non-terminal, free-flowing vapor. He says some shit like that. And he's like, real nasty one, too. And then, I love Peter Venkman. He's like, now, let's talk seriously. Now, for the entrapment, we're going to have to ask you for 4 big ones. $4,000. But, we are having a special on proton charging in Storage of the Beast. And that's only going to come to $1,000. And then, I love it. The fucking, Egon's all like, And he holds up a 1, for 1,000. And then, like, the hotel manager's like, $5,000. He goes, I had no idea it would be that much. I'm not paying it. He's like, well, that's okay. He goes, because we can just put it right back in there. And he's like, well, certainly, Mr. Venkman, yes, we can. And he's like, no. He's like, all right, I'll pay it. Anything. I love that fucking movie. Oh, my God. It's fucking great. I know you guys probably get sick and tired of me talking about it, but I love that movie. When Fears dies, it's going with me. My mom thinks I'm nuts, and maybe you guys think I'm nuts. I don't care. I'm taking that fucking movie with me. When the old Fears man dies, in my coffin will be the best type of Blu-ray, whether it's 4K or if whenever I die years later and they make something better than 4K, whatever the best version is, I'm going to have my family go out. I'm like, buy it for me, or I'll buy it myself before I die, and it is going fucking with me, my friends. That movie is going with me. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. They're re-releasing the real Ghostbusters toys in really? Oh shit, yeah. Fuck yeah, Jason. That's awesome. I've got pretty much all my originals, but I haven't seen them in a long time, so I would have to have my mom open up the box, take some pictures of them, because I would love to add to it and be like, well, I've already got that one. Because I don't remember buying... I don't know if my mom... I would save up my allowance money. My mom would give me chores around the house, and then I would save my allowance money up. It was like normal. I'd cut the grass for like $10. My mom's like, if you wash the windows, I'll give you $15. Stuff like that. And I would save all... Before I got a job, I would just do errands around the house. And then sometimes I made extra pocket money at church, like... because a lot of old people go to my church and like, hey, John, like, we'll give you $20 if you cut, like... The church had a massive yard. There was a massive yard in front, a massive yard in the back. So sometimes I would cut the church's lawn, and they'd give me like $20 or $25. I would save all my allowance money up, and I would buy as many of the Ghostbusters toys I could. So Jason, I don't know if I got all of them. I got a lot of them, but I don't know if I got all of them. I know for a fact I didn't get the... If you buy the Ghostbuster Firehouse, at the top, there's that little grating at the top, and then what we were supposed to do was buy this purple slime and dump the purple slime down the little grate, and it would ooze through the grate, come down, and hit all the Ghostbusters and all that shit. And I never got the purple slime, and my mom... I used to have all the pieces for my Firehouse. I still have the original Firehouse, but some pieces I'm missing... I had the blue pole, but I didn't have the red thing that slides down the pole. I lost that, and then I think I lost the Ghostbuster sign out front. So, at some point, like, whenever I do what Eric did, like, whenever I get a bigger place, I'm going to dedicate one room like Eric did and just put out all my toys and all that stuff. I'm going to try and find all the little pieces and make my Firehouse complete. So that's one of the goals at some point. Let's see. Oh, man. I wish this coffee would kick in. I'm a little tired. When I die, I will be buried with a copy of The Deal. Timmy, you really like me and Jonathan and Mike's short film of The Deal. I can't even remember whose idea it was to do The Deal. Maybe it was mine. I can't remember. We will print out every frame from the movie and bind them all in a leather-bound album to bury you with. There you go. Listen, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that, you know. Let's see. And then bust you because you'll be a ghost. There you go. That'd be sweet. Upgrade that coffee to some ZOA. Is that a brand of coffee, Jason? Hang on, let me Google it. I've never heard of that coffee. Is it that good? I've never heard of that brand. Let me click Google Images. Let's see if we can get an image of it. ZOA coffee. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, no, it's an energy drink. Oh, okay. Okay. I think this is The Rock's because I know The Rock has got some energy drinks. It is The Rock's energy drink, and he's got certain brands of like tequila. Ah, shit. Yeah, I've seen these before, Jason. I've never tried one though. Are they any good? Let me know if they're any good. Yeah, I knew he had that. I just kind of forgot because he's got different brands of his he's got different brands of his tequila, and I've tried his tequila. Not all of them. I've tried some, and some of his tequilas, oh shit, are really good. But I've never tried his energy drink. So, and Randall, you guys know how much Randall loves energy drinks. So next time I hang out with Randall, I'm like, dude, Randall, for the vlog, let's get one and try one. Because I've always wanted to try it. So, well, hell, Jason, I wish I would have known that. I guess I did, but I forgot. But before the stream, after I went and got a shower, and after I got a shower and ate some breakfast, which, by the way, Fears is trying to get back in shape. I've eliminated, I'm not drinking any fucking soda anymore in my apartment. The only time I'll drink soda is if I'm out and about at a restaurant. I can't get rid of my coffee, though. Fears is nothing without my coffee. So, but in the house, I'm only going to drink like tea, coffee, water, juice, no soda. Because soda is really fattening, you know? And Fears was drinking a lot of soda. I was even fearing for myself. I was like, oh shit, Fears, you're drinking way too much soda. Get this fucking under control, motherfucker. You know? But I wish I would have known about the energy drinks. I did know it was the rocks, Jason, because I remember Randall or somebody tell me about it. I just forgot. Classic Fears memory. Because he's got, 4 or 5 different versions of his tequila. And then I think he's got a couple different versions of the energy drink. So. Oh, there you go. Jason says, I buy them by the case since I don't drink coffee. I thought you did drink coffee. I didn't know that, Jason. All right. Well, listen, let's get to the topic, shall we? I'm sorry, Fears. 1, I'm tired, and 2, I was a little slow answering everyone's comments. So let's finally get to the first topic. Everybody likes when I do the quizzes, so I'm going to keep it up. Yesterday I did a quiz on Big Bang. Today, I'm going to do it on one of my favorite idols. Fucking Macgyver, man. Fucking Macgyver. All right, here we go. The ultimate... I just wrote Macgyver quiz in, and this is what came up. It says, take the ultimate challenge. Macgyver gave the classic action hero an everyman feel, relying on clever engineering and everyday household projects. Everyday household objects to stop the bad guys and save the day. Take our quiz to test your knowledge of the show, its characters, and most memorable moments. Well, I just watched the series, 1 through 7, so... it should be fresh in my mind, so we'll see. We'll see how good I do. All right, start quiz. Here we go. All right, let's see here. Let's see. What year did Macgyver premiere on television? Oh, shit. 1981, 1985, 1989. I want to say 85, because it went into the 90s. By the 7th season, it was in the 90s. Correct. Awesome. Macgyver first hit the airways on September 2nd, 1985, and entertained audiences with its high-action adventure engineering until 1992. Okay. So, starting off good. Starting off very good. So, 1 down. Okay, here we go. How many seasons did the show last? Oh, that would be 7. That would be 7. Macgyver ran for 139 episodes over 7 seasons. Yep, got that one right. So 2 for 2. Well, that's good. All right, next question. Let's see here. Who played the leading role in Macgyver? Oh, that would be Richard Dean Anderson. These are kind of easy questions. I don't know, maybe it'll get harder as we go. Richard Dean Anderson. He was also on General Hospital, too. What is Macgyver's weapon of choice? Oh, that would be the red classic Swiss Army knife. Because he never used a gun, ever. One time he took apart a gun and used the gun parts, but he never actually fired a gun. Macgyver tended to use his trusty handy-dandy Swiss Army knife, which served as both weapon and tool. This is true. This is very true. True or false? Macgyver never used a gun throughout the series. Well, he did use it, but like I said, he didn't fire a gun. He would always take apart a gun sometimes and use it in a different way. So it could be a trick question, true or false. But if they're asking, it never says, did he fire a gun? He never fired a gun, but he did use a gun, just not in the traditional way. So I'm going to say false, because he did use a gun. Yeah. While Macgyver was against the use of firearms, he did use a gun several times throughout the series, including the pilot episode, but he would never fire a gun. He would use it in a different format. All right, so good. That's what I was afraid of. I was like, well, if I say true, I'm like, that wouldn't be true. He did use it, but he never fired the gun. So, all right, here we go. Who is Macgyver's closest friend? Oh, that would be Jack Dalton, the wannabe pilot. Jack Dalton is Macgyver's best friend throughout the series. Jack Dalton is a dreamer, and he's also very lazy. Jack Dalton, every scheme he could do, he did. But usually 10 times out of 12, the schemes never worked out. Or they would half-ass work out. Let's see. How can you tell when Jack is stretching the truth? Oh, shit, hang on. He laughs. He wiggles his hands. His eye twitches. He laughs a lot, but I think it's his eye twitches. Because in one episode, a bunch of terrorists captured Jack from his airplane job, and they brainwash him into trying to kill Peter Thornton and Macgyver, and that's when the eye twitching shit started. But I don't know. I don't know if that was just for brainwashing his mind and because they gave him they would have him look at images and pretty much hypnotize them, kind of. And every time this one girl would say, from the bottom of my heart, then he would try and kill Macgyver or something. I think it's the eye twitch. I think. Because I remember that from the show. Yeah, awesome. It says Jack Dalton has a habit of stretching the truth, which can be easily seen because of the way he twitches his eye. The twitching of the eye started in the episode where he gets brainwashed and almost kills Pete Thornton and Macgyver. All right, so I was right. I was like, I know that's where it started. And it did continue throughout the series. But he also would, wiggle his hands a lot and kind of do this when he got nervous, too. So I was like, it's either the wiggling of his fingers or the eye twitch or a combination of both. Because I was like, that's true. I'm like, he did both things. But I'm like, oh, what the fuck is the answer? So far, I haven't missed any, you guys. So this is good. And I swear on my father's grave, I did not, because I know the trolls are like, oh, he probably looked at this before. I swear I don't look at any of these quizzes before, before I do them. Let's see. What is the name of Macgyver's boss? Oh, that's Pete Thornton. Good old Pete Thornton. All right. So far, so good. All right, let's see here. Which of these organizations did not employ Macgyver? Well, he worked at the Phoenix Foundation. So let's see. But before it was the Phoenix, I think it was, because they've got three choices. Because he worked at two places. Well, technically one, because Pete Thornton would work at the first one, and then he changed the name, and it became the Phoenix Foundation. So the other two is the Department of External Services or the Spy Center. I think it was the Department of External Services, and then they founded the Phoenix Foundation, and then he started working on the Phoenix Foundation. Most of the series, he works at the Phoenix Foundation, but I think in the first and second season, I think it was the Department of External Services. Wow! It was not. It was Spy Center Incorporated. I forgot about that. Wow. Wow. Macgyver worked at both the Phoenix Foundation and the Department of... I thought it was the other one. All right, well, I've missed one. That's not too bad. So far, not too bad. Not too shabby, my friends. All right. Next question. Where does Macgyver meet Penny Parker? Oh, shit. Well, he has a couple of episodes with her. There's one episode where he goes and watches Penny become an actress, and she's in a play. But that wasn't the first episode that he meets her. The first one, I believe... The choices are a bank, an airport, or a restaurant. See, in a couple of episodes, though, he has dinner with Penny, so... They did have a few scenes in a restaurant, but there is an episode where he's in an airport with her. I just can't remember if that was the first encounter. I'm going to say airport. Thank God. It was right. I knew because I'm like, some scenes, he like literally takes her to dinner and they're in a fucking restaurant. But then I was like, but is the first one, because I remember there was an episode where he literally saves her, like some bad guy is trying to kill Penny Parker and they're in an airport. Macgyver makes the acquaintance of Penny Parker for the first time at an airport when she tries to smuggle jewels into her pockets. And the bad guys want those jewels, and she's like, well, they don't belong to you, so she tries to smuggle them in her pockets. Now, yeah, I knew I was right. All right. Who played Penny Parker on the show? That was Terry Hatcher from The Woman. We all know her. I mean, she's been in a lot of movies and television shows, but we all know her best from The New Adventures of Lois and Clark, Superman. Oh, yeah, she played Lois Lane. All right, next question. Who is Macgyver's greatest enemy? Oh, that would be Murdoch. Classic villain. Master assassin Murdoch, famous for photographing his victims at the point they die. That's true. It's very true. Who played the role of Murdoch? Ooh, I don't know the guy's name. Oh, shit. Robin Mosley, Bill... Bruce McGill, or Michael D. Barris. I think it was Michael D. Barris, I think. Let's see. That was a guess. Oh my God, thank God. Whew. And he does come back. The guy that played Murdoch, he's in the new version of Macgyver that I'm watching right here. The 2016 version is right there. I'm in the process of watching it, my friends. But he doesn't come back as Murdoch. He comes back as another character, and I was like, oh shit, the old Murdoch is in the new series of Macgyver. That's fucking awesome. They got some other actor, some young guy to play Murdoch in the 2016 version. I'll be honest, I am enjoying the 2016 version a little bit. It's different. It's not as good as the old one, but there is some good episodes in it. Thank God they still have the fucking handy-dandy, pocket knife. If they would have took that away, Fierce would have traveled to Hollywood and kicked some ass. Yeah. What family of bounty hunters acts as Macgyver's aide throughout the series? I think it's the Coltons. The Coltons, I think. Yep. Yep. The Coltons. Mm-hmm. Who lives next door to Macgyver? Ooh, shit. Well, he moves quite a few times, but he moves 3 times in the series. But for a lot of the series, he lives in a houseboat. And I know it was some guy that lived next to him. I think his name was... It's either Rob, Wilton, or Dan. I want to say it was Dan. No, it was Wilton. Damn it. Damn it. How many Emmy Awards did Macgyver win? Oh, I have no idea. Let's see. 0, 7, or 3. I'm going to say 3. You know? That's right in the middle. Let's see. Oh, it never got an Emmy. It says, despite being nominated 4 times, the classic series never won a single Emmy. Oh, that's unfortunate because it is a good television show. Let's see, what Happy Days actor was an executive producer? Oh, that would be Henry Winkler. The Fonz! Hey! That's right. And the last question. So far I've only got 2 wrong. Let's see. True or false, the show relied on a real-life Macgyver to produce scientific guidance for the writers. I want to say that's true. Because a lot of the stuff he does, if you don't do it right, it can be extremely dangerous. California Institute of Technology geologist John... I don't know how you say this guy's last name. John Kovac acted as a technical consultant on the show. Because everything he did, you could pretty much do in real life, but if you didn't know what the hell you were doing, you probably would have blown yourself up, because he made a lot of household bombs and shit, and took like household chemicals and be like, oh, if you mix this with fertilizer, and then fertilizer with like fucking toilet cleanser, you can mix this and make a fucking bomb out of it, and da-da-da-da-da, and so yeah. Well, listen, Fears only got 2 of them wrong, so that's not too shabby, my friends. Not too shabby at all. Anyway, we've been going for about an hour and 36 minutes, so I think that's a good place to call it quits, my friends. But, hope you enjoyed the show. It's kind of cool just to hang out and talk with the fans. I only got to 1 topic, but don't worry, I'll get to the other topics at some other point. Fears is going to start his day. I'm going to do some laundry, and I'm going to edit some videos, and I'm going to start putting away some of this Christmas shit. Because as much as I love Halloween and Christmas, I'm getting sick and tired of looking at it. So hopefully I can either get all that crap cleaned up or take down the tree. I mean, it is a nice tree, but it's about to be February, so I got to take this shit down at some point. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I just thought I'd do it super early, get it out of the way, you know, because I like doing a show for you guys every day. And I'm going to try and get a lot of errands done today and a lot of editing done today. So, wish Fears luck. So, I'm going to upload another video. I think the next video is me going to the theater, seeing Thanksgiving. What a great horror movie. And then halfway through, I'm bitching and I'm moaning. I'll be honest, I was bitching and moaning. God damn it, they did not have... I don't mean to take the Lord's name in vain. I love the Lord. But damn it, they did not have a Thanksgiving Collector's Cup. What in the absolute shit? They had one for Saw 11. Why in the hell would they not have one for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving created a new horror movie iconic character, John Carver, you know? And I read online, the first Thanksgiving did so good that they're making Thanksgiving Part Deuce, because at the end of the film, John Carver gets away, so he's not dead. So he's coming back to hack and slash in Part 2. And I cannot fucking wait. Timmy says, will there be a Larry stream or just vlogs? Oh, trust me. There'll be some Larry streams when he comes. He's coming next weekend, guys, so get ready for all that. We're doing some streaming. We are doing some vlogging, and we're going to make history on the Fears Vlogs channel. I've met many fans, you know, at the toy shows and at the conventions, but I've never had a fan stay with Fears. So Larry is coming to Casa de Fears. We're hanging out. I'm very excited. And it just seemed to work out. It was just by happenstance. Larry called me on Discord one day and said, hey, Fears, I'm asking your permission. And I said, well, what are you talking about? And this is how it all went down. He said, well, I'm already coming to Florida to begin with. He goes, I have a daughter. She's in a cheerleading competition. She's like 15, 16 years old, and they're having a big competition at Disney. He goes, I'm going to go to that. She's going to stay at Disney. He goes, and I was just going to stay in a Fleabag motel. And he goes, but, he goes, since I'm such a big fan, he goes, I'd love to come and hang out with you. And I said, absolutely, you can come and hang out. And then he asked permission. He goes, hey, Fears. He goes, I would save a lot of money. He goes, do you mind if I stayed at your house? And I said, sure. I said, you seem like an okay guy. So, we're making history on the channel. So, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Well, then I'm going, thank you for telling me that, Shadow Collector. He says, Thanksgiving dropped on Blu-ray today. Oh, shit. Well, when Fears goes out for some errands in about an hour, I wasn't planning to go to Walmart. I was going to go, I already went grocery shopping, but I ran out of greeting cards because I sent my uncle said some very nice words at my grandma's funeral. My mom's like, it would be really nice if you sent him a card saying, hey, thanks so much for helping make your grandmother's funeral go so smoothly. So I got him a card, and then my Aunt Donna, which is my grandma's daughter, because my grandma had 2 kids, my dad and then my Aunt Donna. And she goes, you need to send a card to Aunt Donna. I said, I did, Mom. And then she's like, well, plus she goes, you need to send one to the coordinators. And I said, that's right. So I'm going to do that today. So I was just going to go to like Walgreens and grab like a nice like sympathy card, say, not a sympathy card, a thank you card. But I did not know that it dropped today, Jason. Hopefully they've got a steelbook. If they got a steelbook, I'll get that, and I'll also get the other version of Thanksgiving. Well, whatever version, I'm off to Walmart in about an hour to get that. Oh, yeah. See, knowing my luck, though, I'll go, and then they're like, oh, yeah, we haven't put it out yet. Motherfucker, it came out today. You better put that fucking movie out, because Fears is buying that today. And there's 2 Walmarts by me, so I'm going to check both. If they don't have it at one Walmart, Jason, then I'm going to hightail it to the other one, because if that came out today, before I go to work tonight, I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm review it for you guys tomorrow, because that's got to be in the collection. I loved it. I cannot wait for Thanksgiving Part 2. Because his costume is so badass, you know. So, I'm going to end this. I'm going to do a couple errands around the house, and I'm going to be on my way to fucking Walmart. Yeah, but I know it's on Blu-ray, Jason, but you know how they always make like a steelbook version of it? Hopefully one day they make a steelbook version of it, which would be sweet. Because Fears collects the steelbooks. Like, I've been slowly collecting all of the Friday the 13th ones. I've got a steelbook in Friday the 13th Part 1, number 3, number 4, and that's it. So far. But I want to get all of them on a steelbook at some point. All the Friday the 13th. And then I started collecting all the Halloweens in steelbooks too. I've got Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie ones in steelbooks. Then I've got Halloween 1 in a steelbook, and I believe that's it. So I've got all the other ones, so yeah. I'll probably get a 4K or a steelbook down the road. Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. So whatever Blu-ray thing they have today, I'm going to buy that. And then if they ever make a steelbook version of Thanksgiving, then I will hightail it to the store again and buy that fucking thing. Anyway, cheers to you guys. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm surprised it's still hot because I've been talking for a while, but it's still pretty hot because I can't drink cold coffee. But listen, I'm glad you guys liked the stream. Have a good day. Fear's going to kick ass and take name, get a bunch of errands done, get a bunch of vlogging done. I'm going to do some laundry. And I will see you guys later. And I may do another stream later on in the day. Maybe. We'll see. If not, I did a pretty long stream in the morning. Alright, I'm taking off. But this is Fears, signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26, Fears Vlogs. Follow my buddy, the Shadow Collector. He makes all sorts of cool shit. And I'm glad me and Jason are friends again. Because, man, did we fight a lot, Jason. Holy shit. I'm so glad the feud is over, my friend. So, yeah. So, at some point, we're going to unblock each other on everything, but slow and steady, you know, wins the race. So yeah. But follow the Shadow Collector. I think you got like what, 300 subs on that. So it's a work in progress, but man, he makes some good content. Showing off all the steelbooks, showing off all the collectibles, showing off all the goodies, you know, on his toy hunts. You know, so all my friends are into nerdy shit. LC, Randall's got his writing. I'm into nerdy shit. Jason's into his main thing though. I'm not denying it. It's still a good fucking collection. Jason, it'd be fair to say most of your collection though, if we're being honest with each other, most of it is Batman shit, right? Like 90% of your collection is Batman shit, which is okay. I fucking love Batman. Love it. And then all the other stuff is miscellaneous things. Like my collection is probably 4 things. Movies, horror movie memorabilia from all different genres, movie props, and Ghostbusters. And then number 5 would be miscellaneous things. So like those 5 things. And then my buddy Eric's is broke down even easier. His is Ghostbuster shit, Ninja Turtle shit, wrestling shit, and then he's got a little bit of horror stuff, because I've slowly but surely got my friend Eric into horror movie shit. But most of Jason's is, one of these days, Jason, I would love to go into, instead of the Bat Cave, it's the Cool Cave, the Jason Cool Cave. Because I'd love to check out, I mean, I've seen it on camera. Pretty impressive, my friend. If you like the collectibles and steelbooks, get in on the Shadow Collector. This is true. This is very true. But Jason, wouldn't that, I mean, that's a fair, accurate statement. Isn't it? I mean, most of your collection is Batman shit. Most of it. I mean, you got other miscellaneous shit, but most of it's Batman, you know? I already have Friday the 13th in the Scream Factory box set. The bonus features are out the wazoo. Ooh. Let me Google that. What's it called? Friday the 13th, the Scream Factory box set. Let me have a little look-see. Is it all 4K? Is it all Blu-ray? Let me have a look-see. Let me go to Google. And then I'm going to end the show. So, Friday... I'm getting excited. The Friday the 13th, the Scream... Well, if I could fucking type. Friday the 13th, the Scream... Factory box set. And then let me go to images and see what this is all about. That's not it. Hang on. I must have wrote it in wrong. Friday the 13th. Come on, Fears. Jesus, type. Factory box set. Holy shit, this looks fucking great. Oh my god! I need this. I need this! Oh my god, this is fucking epic. It's $129 though. Oh shit! See, this is the only thing I hate about buying shit online, because there is no option. You have to pay that price. It's not like a convention. It's not a fucking convention where Fears can wheel and deal. Like, hey, Fears, I'm thinking $20, and I'm like, no, you're an idiot. You're out of your mind. I'm thinking $9. All right, Fears, I'll cave in and give you $9. Yeah, I thought so. You know, here I'm gonna have to buy $129, but it looks like it's epic. It looks like it's fucking worth it. Oh shit, this looks great. And like, it's got a here. Let me click on it. It's got. Oh man, well thanks so much for telling me about this, Jason. It's got this fucking amazing artwork on it of all different types of Jasons. So it comes in a box set. I don't know, it's like that tall and about that wide. And I'm trying to explain it to you guys. And it's got all this amazing artwork all over the collector's box. Whew. Now, are all these in this box set, Jason? Are they all steel books that are in this box set, or are they just Blu-rays? Because it doesn't look like it's steel. It just looks like it comes with amazing cover art. And then here, let me click on it and see what's inside. Wow, this thing is epic. Friday the 13th Collection Deluxe Edition. This limited edition poster. Oh, so it has a poster in it. It has a book. It's got all of the movies on Blu-ray. Oh, wow, 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 wow. And like Jason said, a shitload of bonus features. Holy crap. Oh my god, this thing. Oh! I'm going to have to put some money aside, and this may be a purchase from Fears to Fears, because this thing is... Whew, this thing looks fucking amazing. Epic. Epic, 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 epic. So, Jason, I'm just curious, before I end this, when did you buy this fucking thing? I mean, this thing looks... I mean, this thing is massive. This thing has got... I couldn't tell you how many hours of bonus... How many hours of bonus features, if you don't mind me asking? Because it doesn't really say. It just shows... It comes with a book, a poster... Well, if I get a... If a poster comes with it, I'm going to get a frame and throw it on the fucking wall. And then... So the book, the poster, all the fucking movies... And then hours of bonus features. Wow. This thing is epic. Man, oh man. Whew. So good, my friends. Well, one movie at a time. Today, Thanksgiving. In a couple of days, I'm going to go to FYE and see if they have this fucker at FYE. If they don't have it at FYE, then I'm going to get on the old internet and go, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you want to buy it, Fears? Fuck yeah, I want to buy it. Schnunk! And buy it. That's it. Let's see. Jason says, I say movies are my number one collecting. That's true. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of movies like Fears does. Followed by Batman. Yeah, but I'm saying, Jason, it's not all your collection, but most of your collection. That's a fair assessment. Most of your collection is movies. Any type of movies. And then Batman. But yeah, you do have some horror and Ninja Turtles. They have 50% off sales every now and then. Oh, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the only thing I hate about buying shit online, though. Because they're like, no, because you can't wiggle. You don't have any wiggle room when you buy online. Because when you buy it online, they're like, no, fuck you, Fears. We set the prices. But at a convention, you can have some wiggle room. And they're like, Fears, I'm thinking $15. And I'm like, no, false, $0. I'm not paying $15. And then they're like, well, make me an offer, Fears. I'm like, it's definitely not going to be around $15, buddy. I'm thinking $5, Always at a convention. Always, always, always. Two things. Get it for the best deal, but don't lowball the fucking vendor. Because if you lowball them, then they're going to be like, well, Fears, fuck you. So I've never offered anyone, like, if it's $3, then, like, $1 is a fair price. But I would never be like, oh, fucking 25 cents. That would be lowballing them, So, like, if I'm trying to get, like, a little collectible, and they say $3.50, $1 is a fair price for that. So, yeah. But I would never go up to a vendor and go, yeah, fuck you, 25 cents. They'd be like, oh, fuck you, Fears. Because that would be lowballing them. You don't want to lowball them, So anytime I try to get a deal, I always... Because, the vendors, they do that for a living. So I never try to lowball them, and I always try and give a fair price. So, like, if they're selling it for $50, $25 is a very fair price, because that's half of $50. So that's a fair price, $25. They're just normal Blu-ray, but they got a lot of the exclusive bonus content not on the other releases. Oh, that's amazing, Jason. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. I'm excited. Like, let alone, like, yeah, that's cool, the bonus features. Dude, you get a book, a fucking poster, and then you guys, if you don't trust me and Jason, go on Google right now. The artwork that's on the fucking box set that all the Blu-rays go inside. The artwork, and it was all the different type of Jasons throughout the series. The artwork alone is fucking amazing, dude. Oh, man. Oh, well, thanks, Jason. Jason says, I sent you the link in Discord to the video I did on it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it before I go out because I guess I missed that one, Jason. But I'm gonna watch it. So yeah, because now we unblocked each other. Me and Jason unblocked each other. Or well, I assume I unblocked you on YouTube. But since me and Jason have been talking a whole lot, I'm sure you unblocked me because now I can leave comments, right, Jason, like on your channel. As soon as I watch it, I will give I'll write a comment on it. So yeah. But thank you for sending me that link. I'm going to watch it right after this. John Fears is good at getting bargains and women's phone numbers. I'll be honest, Timmy. Yes, that's half true. I'm good at getting bargains, but I haven't gotten a girl's number in a while. I'll be honest, guys. You guys know this. Fears is going to be really nervous to go on that first date again. It's been now it's 5 years because, it's 2024. So I'm not even kidding you. I'm not lying. I'm going to be nervous as all fucking hell whenever I do find the next girl to date for a couple reasons. One, I don't want the trolls giving this new girl, whoever I date, fucking hell like they gave Casey hell. Because they gave Casey hell for no reason, And I'm like, dude, leave the girl alone, I would rather them troll me than to troll the girl that I date. I'm not dating any girl right now, but I mean, whenever I did... Because Casey, every once in a while, will be like, John, why are they sending me all this crazy shit? I'm like, because they're trolls, Casey. I'm like, they want to make my life a living hell, And I'm like, apparently they want to make the girl that I'm with, living hell, because they don't want me to be happy, So I really hope the next girl that I date, so that I'm nervous about. And two, I mean, I'm rusty as all hell, because I've talked to a girl here and there, and I went on one date last year, but I haven't dated anyone in quite a long time, so it's going to be a little nerve-wracking, to say the least. But anyway, I would trust John Fears and Jason and the flight log. I don't know what you're on about, Timmy. What flight logs? I don't know what the hell you're on about. Well, you would think, Timmy, right? Hasn't Fears suffered enough? I think I've suffered enough, but apparently they don't. I don't know. I think I have. I really think I've suffered enough, but you never know with those idiots, I just try and stay as positive as I possibly can, I really try not to let them bother me. It's really hard sometimes, though, especially when they make it really personal. Like, I'd say the worst thing anyone's ever done is what Joey did, to my grandma's obituary. That's so fucked up. So fucked up. And I hope he regrets that someday. But thank God I acted really fast because I didn't want my mom or my aunt or anyone to call me and go, Fears, what the fuck is this? I called the funeral home and I said, I can't even believe I have to do this and ask it. I should be mourning my grandma right now, but I said, I have a YouTube channel. I said, one of my idiot trolls wrote some bullshit on this. I said, can you remove it? And then they kept trying to put it on there. And thank God the funeral director guy's like, I've got an option where I can just turn off the comments. Can you just... I said, why don't you go ahead? I said, wait one more day to see if any of my family wants to write anything else about my grandma. Because a bunch of my grandma's friends, like lifelong friends, they wrote some stuff. Then my mom wrote something. I wrote something. My aunt was too emotional, so she couldn't write anything, so my mom wrote something for her. My brother wrote something, and then they've got these things where you can buy a tree. So my mom bought my grandma a tree, and they had it planted in one of my grandma's favorite parks in Missouri. And then I bought her a tree, and my grandma went walking all the time. And I said, well, Mom, since you put that tree in one of Grandma's parks, I'll put it in the other one that she would walk into. So... anyway. Those anti-troll videos are... What, the ones I made, Timmy? Well, I'm glad you like them. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't have made those. I kind of have an idea who the Oracle is. It's either Joey or it's Quentin. I'm not for sure, though. It's one of those idiots. But if they wouldn't have sent me that shit, I wouldn't have made it. But... because normally I don't read troll mail. I usually just throw it away. But when I read those, I was like, this is just too good not to make a video on, Anyway, I'm going to take off because Thanksgiving awaits, and I'm going to do some more research on this massive box set that my buddy Jason told me about. Jason, thumbs up, buddy. When I saw that, the fucking artwork, I don't mean to keep going on about it. You guys need to Google it. The artwork on the fucking box set is whoever did that artwork, Jason, that guy's a good artist. I mean, it's literally artwork of all the different types of Jason. They got like Ari. I've met Ari, the guy that played. I've met a couple of Jasons. I've met the very first Jason. His name is Ari. He is still an actor, but he does play in a band. So I met Ari. I interviewed him, and I got him to autograph him jumping out of the lake and as little Jason, like grabbing on to the chick and pulling her out of the fucking canoe. I've met him. I met Kane Hodder. And Kane Hodder was Jason in 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I met one other. I think I met the guy from Part 6. And I had Kane. I bought a miniature version of his hockey mask, and I had Kane sign it. But I think Kane is the only one that signed a hockey mask for me. I think. Because the guy from Part 6, I think I got a poster or something from Part 6, and something. I got him to sign something. So I've met 3 of the Jasons. And one of the Jasons passed away. The guy that played in Part 4, he's like a stunt man. I think he passed away, but man, did he play a fucking great Jason. Jason, you know what Jason I'm talking about? With Corey Films and whatever that hot chick was, they're like hiding in the cabin. He just goes balls to the walls, just literally just crashes right through the front door. Just like he literally kicks he doesn't kick the front door open. He smashes his foot right through the front door, comes flying, like just smashes his way through the front door, throws a fucking hammer, and the girl kind of dodges, and it just sticks into the fucking wall. And I was like, this guy's fucking great, you know? So it was pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to do more research on this massive box set. Because I know I have a wall of movies to watch, but what's one more movie? I must own it. I must. Because Jason said, how much, I'm just curious, one more question. Jason, how much bonus content would you say you get? Would you get like an hour of bonus content? Do you get 2 hours of bonus content? How much? I'm just curious. Because if you get shitloads of bonus content, I love watching bonus content, like how they shot a film, how they made a film, what lenses they used, what cameras they used, all that. I love all that behind the scenes shit. Love it. But I'm just curious how much bonus content, because Jason says they got a lot of exclusive bonus content not on the other releases. Well, that sounds great. So a lot means probably more than an hour's worth, you know. But I'm just curious. But because I didn't say it online how much bonus content you get. But anyway, I'll find out. I'll do some more research on it. I was just curious, you know, since you said you got it, but maybe Jason will say it in the video he made on it. But anyway, I'm taking off. Anyway, again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs is the second channel. Follow my buddy Randy at CameoMan2021 and his second channel, Part Deuce, the Mayor of Magic. Follow my buddy Jason at the Shadow Collector. Follow Sega, Lord Sega, at the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Jason said hours. Nice. Nice. Alright, I'm taking off. But this is Fears. Signing off. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. I may do another show later on today. I'm going to try to get Sega on later on today. We'll see if Sega's available. I hope he is. Because Sega's been wanting to come on for a while now. And I said, how about tomorrow at around 4 o'clock? Because it's already 11 o'clock. So, before that show, I'm going to try and get some shit done. So, Hopefully he can be on at the 4 o'clock show. So we'll see. If not, then I'll try to get him on at some other time. So we'll see. And last but certainly not least, follow Richie. Lord Richie, the master of the challenges at Richie Wright. All right, this is Fears signing off. Peace, deuces,